a look at this. See that? That's my low point, one of them in the floor. And that is over an inch. Well, actually that's an inch, great. We're gonna need an inch of floor leveling compound there. Now what about this direction? Always do this as well, because that's gonna tell me I have a low spot here. Okay, low spot there, and another low spot over here. We have a bit of a valley in our floor right here, so I like to know that ahead of time when I'm pouring. So this along here is our valley, it's a low spot, okay? Low spot, and what about here? Tip for you guys, we know our low point of our floor is right here. Take a Tapcon, drill it in, and use this as a depth gauge. You can use one there, and over here where we have the other shim, find all your low spots in your floor and you can have a series of Tapcons or screws to use as depth gauge. So you get a consistent, smooth, level floor, no mistakes if you're a beginner. If you have more experience, you can eyeball it because that works too. So what I've done here is I've just used some spray foam along the perimeter of the room. This actually is going to prevent your floor leveling compound from spilling over into the other room. It also acts as an expansion gap. Oh yeah, glasses too. We're in business. All right. Now a fun fact, I do a lot of concrete work on this channel and I check an air quality meter. Let's take a look at it right now. Let's take a look. 15 is pretty good air quality. That's not too bad at all. Anything beyond 60 is atrocious. It's bad air quality. Beyond 100, they don't even have a scale for it, okay? Now, before we apply the self-leveler, we have to get a good bond, and that means we have to use a primer. It is essential that the floor is very clean. Don't make any messes like I did, and if you did, clean them up. That's okay, mistakes happen. And then we're gonna use a primer, and this is gonna be our bonding agent so that the self-leveler sticks to the floor. We want that to make a good bond. So this is a primer that we're gonna be using today, and it's good for concrete or wood for your substrate. And we're gonna mix it up in a bucket, get a clean bucket, and bring your party. 1, 2. So it's a primer. 3. Okay, we're looking for a good even coating. Get it in good. You want to push it into the wall, yeah? Push, push, push. I'm just gonna pour it. What you don't want is any pooling, okay? You can't have any pooling with this. We gotta spread it out. Now there's a reason we actually like to use brushes is because there's just greater control. Priming is critical, so I wanna have more control. So I like the feel of the brush, okay? So I have my mixing station ready to go, and what I always do with concrete and leveler is wet mix my water in the bucket. 1, 2, I'm doing 2 at a time. If you're really strong and muscular, you can mix this all at once. I have a paddle mixer, and of course it's attached to my GFCI because this is water, it's dangerous, and I have my favorite shoes. If you've seen these, they're amazing for concrete. Let's get started, guys. Okay, it's a 709 now. 709, we're gonna keep our masks on, okay? 709, we're gonna keep our masks on. Okay, we're gonna get our next bucket. You can see it, it's working down towards the lowest spot here. Get our next bucket. This now, spiked roller. So what I'm doing here with this spiked roller is using it to push the self-leveler away from my walls because I want it thin there, and I'm pushing it down towards the lowest point in my floor. Remember that valley? So I'm really using this right now as a spreader. And you can see the more I'm going over with the spiked roller, because it's thinner, it's actually rolling out more evenly, and it's actually cooperating a lot more with me. You're gonna see it's starting to look like glass. We're getting a reflection on the surface, and the two pores are blending into one. Now take a look on where my right foot is, what I'm gonna do here, because I need it really, really, really thin. On the left is thick, and on the right, I'm using my 12-inch taping knife to get a beautiful feathered edge, because I have utilities on the right-hand side there that I can't move. Now, why I use the roller, the spiked roller on the self-leveler is because it breaks tension within the self-leveling compound. What that means, the spiked roller is literally going over the concrete, giving it a massage. It's breaking the tension, and quite simply, that spiked roller is giving the leveling compound a massage, and it's relaxing. It's increasing the flow rate. Now, flow rate for concrete means that it can go smoother from the high spots all the way down to the low spots, more fluidly, more evenly. You're going to get a more level floor. So as you can tell, I've used this in a lot of videos and I've washed it, so I reuse this again and again. Now, one tip I do have for you, this flow time on the self-leveler I use is only 10 minutes, and that's not a lot of time. So look for a higher flow time. That's how long you can actually go over the self-leveler before it hardens and starts to dry on you. So go for one with a higher flow time. Prep is everything. To learn how I prep this floor, I cleaned it really well before using the primer. You can check out this video right here, and I also show you how to do a multiple pour. If you have more buckets of self-leveler to use, you can check it out in that video there. I'm Dayru. Thank you so much. Hit the subscribe and like if you find this content helpful to you. Thank you. Just don't drink the liquid in that red cup. Okay, see ya.